Welcome to the Dynasty Dads Podcast. Football, rankings, debates, dad stuff with your host, Justin Williams and Matt Renshaw.
Hey, welcome everyone to this edition of the Dynasty Dads Podcast. I am your host, Justin Roughing the Passer Williams, and with me as always, Matt Renshaw. Matt, how are you today?
Good day. I thought you forgot about the penalties. I wasn't going to remind you before we went on.
Nope. Got a whole list here.
Oh, yeah. Good job. Mm-hmm. Good day. How's yours? How's your week? How's your kids? How's all of it?
I'm coming off a bit of an illness. I had a man cold, as my wife loves to call it.
What's a man cold?
I don't know. Apparently, it's just as bad as like childbirth, I guess. Because
right.
that's what I feel like.
That
it's
sounds
awful.
right. Yeah.
So there it is. But yeah, I'm coming off of it. So I sound a little bit nasally today. I know it, more nasally than usual.
Yeah.
Allergies are kicking in too, so forgive me.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll try to. I got my vitamin C here. I'll try to.
Yeah, you do.
Go through this.
Emergency.
Mm-hmm. Shout out.
Yeah, that's free. They didn't pay us for that one.
Nope, they sure didn't. But if you do want to pay us for advertisements like that, be sure to check out the link. It's in our description for advertisecast.com. It's a pretty awesome site, and we go ahead and we actually lay out our prices and what we're going to do for those prices in that link. So check it out. Yep. You can also find us on iTunes, dynastydads.com, and at Twitter is probably where we're the most active. We're at Dynasty Dads there as well.
That's right.
Matt, let's just get right into it, man. You got any kid stories?
Kid stories. Yeah, I have a parrot at home. And by parrot, I mean my youngest, who repeats everything that you say. Last word of every sentence comes out of our youngest mouth, so that's always fun. The oldest is good. She's starting to like talk like full sentences. Like it's scary. Like she's big. She's officially big.
Like, I hate you, Dad.
Nothing like no.
Get out of my room, Dad.
No, not yet. Those days are coming.
But I love him, Dad. Those are all coming.
Get out of here. No, actually, she. If we're talking boys, she goes to this.
He's more of a man than you are, Dad.
Get out of here. She goes to this thing with my wife. My wife stays home and goes to different things, and she always goes, "Dad, no boys. I'll talk to girls. I'm not talking to boys." I'm like, that's my girl. So we've got that already started. No, but it was another normal week at home. Nothing fancy. Just being a dad.
Let's see. What do I got?
You tweeted about Tackle Monster.
Yeah, my son, the Tackle Monster, had a fantastic first game.
Game or practice?
Game.
This was a game. Okay.
Practice was shaky for everybody because the kids were all out of their element.
Right.
But the first game, coach was kind of putting everybody in different positions, but Carson kind of stayed at the safety position.
Safety.
Yeah, for defense, and he led the team in tackles with quotes, 4 flags.
Flag grabs.
Yeah, and then
well, that's tackles now. I mean, if you've watched the NFL lately, it's not as big hit.
Yeah, pretty much.
So grab his flag.
Nice one.
Yeah.
The coach then in the second half put Carson in at quarterback, and Carson actually threw a touchdown.
Nice.
Which was really cool to see. Nice little 10-yard touchdown. And then before that, I mean, the field's only 50 yards for flag football.
Still.
But before that, he threw a nice short route to a kid, and the kid obviously didn't get tackled for like 20 yards.
Tyree killed it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All the way.
So that was really cool to see. On the other kid.
So wait, can I stop you?
Yeah.
Did Emily show him how to throw? Because I've seen you throw a football.
Yeah. No, and he threw with gloves on too, which I've told him like don't do the gloves, but he doesn't listen. He's like, no, I'm going to throw with gloves. Yeah.
Eli Manning did it.
There's 2 gloves, and he threw a touchdown, and it was just like it was pretty cool to see.
Hands are cold.
I guess. Yeah, we do live in the Midwest.
That's right.
But, and then for my daughter, she actually just went her first. We're on like night 4, I think, of no baba for the night.
Nice.
Like her nightcap is she drinks like actual milk, has a little snack, and then she just
goes to bed.
Yeah, gets rocked to sleep.
Nice.
And down.
She walking yet?
Oh yeah. She's
Good.
walking all over the house now and opening drawers, and I think we talked about last week. Baby-proofed everything. Yeah, she's walking all over. So
sweet.
Fan-frickin-tastic.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Yeah, well, at least my daughter doesn't talk back to me yet, I guess.
I didn't say she talked back.
I'll enjoy it. How'd your week 1 go, though? Like, fantasy football-wise, how did you do?
I'm in a couple money leagues. I'm 500, but I'm in a lot of other leagues with people that I know. I think overall, it was a 500 week. I mean, I pay more attention to my money league, so I'm doing good in one of those. The other one, I'm not doing terrible. You?
I'm in a grand total of 12 leagues.
Golly.
Yeah, and they're all week-to-week leagues, so like I have to actually check in on them.
They're all money leagues.
They're all money leagues because I'm a baller like that.
That's right. You making that real estate money.
Sure. And I went 9-3.
That's good.
That's a really good week.
Yeah, except I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, well, the one, like, I care the most about one league, and that's the one that I run. It's with nothing but friends.
Right. I'm in it.
You're in it. A bunch of guys that I know listen to this are, and I scored terrible.
The lowest score in the league.
I was the lowest score in the league, and then the guy that beat me was the second lowest score in the league, which is just the most embarrassing thing ever.
It's funny. That's
of course, the one league I look forward to every year.
It was a 1-point game.
Yeah.
It was 1 point.
Mm-hmm. And I started, like, Njoku killed me. Who else was whatever defense and kicker I started, like, all got me less than, like, 4 points.
Be thankful. My defense got me -11 in that league. So
It was brutal. It was just brutal.
Yeah, you didn't have a good week.
No. But no one wants to hear about that. So
That's fun.
we got some news and frickin' notes to talk
Lots
about.
of news and notes.
Yeah.
I looked at this. I felt like I was reading a book.
Well,
And I don't
do a
like
lot of research.
I don't like to do that.
Let's kick it off.
All right.
Head coach Doug Peterson confirmed Wednesday that Nick Foles will start for the team this week against the Tampa Bay Fitzpatricks. Eagles have enjoyed a few extra days of rest since their win over the Falcons in the season opener, and Foles only threw for 117 yards in that game.
Yeah.
The Bucs are coming off of an upset win in New Orleans where Ryan Fitzmagic enjoyed the game of his life, or he had the time of his life. Matt, which QB performance has the best chance of repeating itself? Either Foles' 117-yard game or Fitzpatrick throwing 4 touchdowns.
Oh, I want to say neither.
You got to pick one, Matt. That wasn't the question. So which QB performance
that's
has the best chance of repeating itself?
That's off the best chance. I would say Foles because I think he's going to surpass his 117 mark because that Tampa Bay defense just got lit up.
No love for Fitzmagic, huh?
No, none. The Eagles defense is a lot better than the Saints defense, I would say.
You would hope so.
I mean, it sure looked like it on Thursday night, and they got a couple extra days to prepare for old man Magic Fitzmagic Ryan. So yeah, I think I expect smaller numbers from Fitzpatrick, and I expect bigger numbers from Foles. So if I had to pick one of the two that I'm starting Foles.
While we're on the subject of the Buccaneers, Ronald Jones was a healthy scratch on Sunday versus the Saints. Mm-hmm. Am I the only one hitting the panic button over here, or
this is your boy?
Are you with me? Like, I thought Ronald Jones was a shoo-in for starting week 1.
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't been on the Rojo train since before the draft. I was surprised you were as high on him as you were. Yeah, I think panic button is well within reach.
Do you think it's maybe just like he's a rookie, we're not going to put him in here, it's a big game for the Bucs, one of those deals? No, you think it was just a straight up he's not ready?
Right, yeah. Man. I mean, he can't pass block.
No, he can't.
And Fitzpatrick is old and not mobile, so you need a guy that can at least block for your old, not mobile quarterback. Yeah, I think it's time to panic. If you're going to buy him, now's the time because he's super duper cheap.
Well, I don't know about super duper cheap. If he's a healthy scratch again this week, then I think that would be the time to do it. And even if he's not, you can't expect him to go from healthy scratch to big play.
No.
In a couple weeks. It's not going to happen. So I just thought that was really intriguing, and that shocked me personally.
He's a back that doesn't catch passes, and he can't pass block. So he's, at best, a 2-down back on a team that has Peyton Barber, who looked okay. I mean, he didn't look awful. Didn't look like he was going to get anybody killed.
Well, in more Bucs news, I got one more. Deshaun Jackson looks doubtful this week against the Eagles. He's in concussion protocol and dealing with the shoulder. Chris Godwin and Adam Humphries look to fill that void. Mm-hmm. Deshaun Jackson actually looked pretty good.
Fast.
What's your take on Deshaun Jackson? Do you think that we should maybe still try to go get him for week 3, week 4? Or are you thinking that's just a 1 week kind of deal?
I think fade him. Yeah, I think it's a 1 week flash in the pan. He'll have good weeks. He'll be a flex option bye weeks if you need a guy, but I think Godwin's the better play for the season, and I'm not a big Humphreys fan. I think as much as Godwin's been talked up, and he didn't look terrible yesterday or Sunday, caught a couple passes, and made his presence felt.
Yeah, I think Godwin's definitely the play, but I think Deshaun Jackson's going to be seriously undervalued all year long. He didn't have that terrible of a year last year. I mean, there was very few times where you could have started him.
When do you start him? That's
the thing is you got to be pretty thin at wide receiver. But I mean, I'd give me Deshaun Jackson over anybody like Adam Humphries.
Oh, absolutely.
Humphries' ceiling is about 3 catches for like 40 yards. Like that's his ceiling.
Okay, so Deshaun Jackson or Laquan Treadwell?
Well, like this week
season.
Well, I'm probably taking Treadwell. I liked what I see out of Treadwell. I really do.
Okay.
Speaking of late scratches,
Yeah.
Cameron Meredith.
Mm-hmm.
Late scratch for the Saints. Home opener last Sunday. Coach Payton actually came out today and said that he was held out because of a lack of practice time in training camp. Austin Carr made the surprising start over Meredith, but didn't do a ton. Only 2 targets, but he was on the field for 67% of the Saints' snaps.
Dad stat.
What is the play on Meredith right now?
What do you mean what's the play? Like, what am I doing with him?
What do you think is going to happen?
I like him.
Meredith?
I think he'll be fine.
You think he's going to be fine?
I think he's going to be fine.
He's going to go from healthy scratch week 1 to fine in how long?
Week 2.
Whoa. Do you think he just needed a week?
He got hurt.
Because I don't think so.
He was hurt. He was still coming off his ACL stuff. We saw preseason week 4 what he can do when he plays. Yeah, I think he's fine. I think he just missed some practice time. He'll play this week. If he's a healthy scratch this week, then I panic. But I don't think that.
Are you intrigued by Austin Carr?
No. Why would I be? He got 2 targets.
It was pretty much his first NFL game.
Yeah.
Outside of preseason, it was pretty much his first. He didn't play at all last year.
And he got 2 targets. That 67% looks like it's Meredith's to have when he comes back.
Yeah, and only 2 targets.
Yeah, what? Oh, okay. I'll take the guy that's more talented. He's higher on the depth chart.
I don't know if we know that. We've seen Meredith play. I don't. Okay. I'm just saying. I don't know if we know that.
We saw rookie tight ends with 3 targets do big things, and I don't think just because he's a rookie you go, oh well, he's a rookie, no big deal.
Nobody's a rookie.
Will Disley was a rookie.
Oh, I thought we were talking about who we were talking about.
Well, I'm just saying you're like, oh, Carr's a rookie. Couldn't expect anything. Well, Disley's first game he did something.
Well, Carr's not a rookie. I mean, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. It was pretty much his first game, but he's okay. Yeah. Speaking of rookies, Calvin Ridley held to 0 catches in a loss versus the Eagles in the season opener. The only wide receivers to catch passes in that game were Julio Jones, 10 grabs for 169.
That's a boy.
Mohamed Sanu, 4 for 18, and that's it. Which is really surprising.
You're talking just wide receivers?
Wide receivers.
Okay, I was like, Austin Hooper caught some.
Was this lack of production on Ridley, was that on him, or was that more of the Falcons' offense?
I'm going to go with Falcons' offense. The offensive coordinator there, I think he's got to learn things. Like, how many
Ridley?
times?
Are you talking about Ridley or the coordinator?
The coordinator. How many times was Julio targeted in the red zone?
Well, it doesn't matter how many times they're targeted in the red zone because they couldn't score.
Well,
Matt Ryan couldn't convert.
That's
to
true.
Save his
Devonta
life.
Freeman couldn't get 2 yards. I think he's okay. He didn't get a catch, whatever. I don't think we're in for another Laquan Treadwell season where he only has 1 catch.
Well, what will it take for you to roll with Ridley as a starter? What are you going to have to see? Because you're obviously not starting in week 2.
No, you're not starting him. I think I have to see Mohamed Sanu not on the team.
Whoa, that's a hot take.
Yeah.
So if Ridley comes out and has a nice, let's say Ridley comes out and has 4 catches for 50. You're still not willing to start him?
No.
Not willing to consider it flex play in a good matchup?
No.
Okay. No. So you're going to need to see quite a bit, including Sanu gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or it's just clear that Sanu's no longer the starter and Ridley's going to start. Steve Sarkisian, you would think the guy would figure out how to run an offense after being there for a year, but holy cow, like, you've got your big play guy in the red zone. Get him the ball. Even Ridley. Ridley's a big guy. Like, I don't know why they didn't target any of those 2 in the red zone. Even Hooper. Like, get something done. It was run.
Yeah, I was surprised at the lack of production from the running backs, to be honest with you.
Well, Freeman got hurt. Coleman scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are you looking for?
I thought it was. I just thought they were going to have a better game than that. Speaking of running backs, no Bell, no problem. James Conner, carried the rock 31 times, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also, caught 5 of 6 targets for almost 60 yards. Scorched the Browns. Can we expect similar results this week versus the Chiefs?
I can't believe you didn't make like like a Terminator reference or something.
No.
Yeah. Can we expect the same? With the Chiefs?
Will he be back?
Yeah, there you go. I was like, something. Give me something. So what your question was? What can he do it against the Chiefs?
Should we expect similar results versus the Chiefs?
Yeah, the Chiefs' defense sucks.
That's a hot take.
That's not a hot take.
I don't think they sucked.
They didn't suck last week.
I think the Chargers' offense is a little underrated.
I think the Chiefs' defense is overrated.
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, I expect a high-scoring game between the Chiefs and the Steelers. No, I don't think Connor's going to do the exact same thing. I feel like this was a hey, Le'Veon Bell, look what we've got. Like, this guy can carry the load and be fine. We don't need you. Stay away. Kind of thing.
Yeah, it really felt like they were just going to give him the rock no matter what, over and over and over again, and just hope that he breaks something big. And
he did.
Yeah, he did. And he looked okay. I think there was a couple plays there that just looked really, really bad on his part.
Oh, yeah. His last 12 carries, I don't think a single one of them went for more than 5 yards. Yeah. Which, okay, like I get it. That could be script. That could be whatever. If I'm a James Conner owner, I probably sell after this week.
I think I'm holding. I think I have in the leagues I have Bell. I also have Connor.
Yeah,
and I'm not even considering selling either one of them. I'll hold and just see what happens.
Oh yeah, I'm not selling Bell anywhere. In fact, I'm trying to buy him in different places. But the guys that have him, it just makes sense for them to hold. Like they're not going to get full value unless they just want to sell completely. And what I've run into is no one does.
There's also rumor that Bell is still holding out. Obviously he's still holding out, but there's rumors that he's actually going to keep holding out until week 10.
Yeah.
Which, for a guy you probably took 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Especially in redraft leagues. Yeah. I saw him fall to like 8 in startup dynasties, but yeah, that's not a good way to start your investment.
It's kind of some newer news, if you will. Rex Burkhead entered concussion protocol today. A little bit of a surprise. Definitely something to watch with Jeremy Hill on the IR, Sony Michel banged up, and the Pats actually did just sign Kenyon Barner.
He won't go away. He won't go away.
James White is the only other healthy running back on the roster.
Yeah.
Reaction?
James White. Do it, dude. Scored a touchdown last week, caught a bunch of passes. Deion Lewis 2.0. No? I
think Deion Lewis is better, but okay.
Oh, I don't disagree, but I mean the pass-catching running back in New England, that he's going to get his shot. I mean, it sounds like it's even if Burkhead's healthy, they're probably going to watch what he does.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with any Pats running back not named Sony.
I don't take Barner seriously.
No, you shouldn't.
Okay,
you shouldn't.
I'm going to say why would you? No. So yeah, give me James White. Flex play this week, absolutely.
Okay, you'd have to be pretty weak, but yeah. The Titans have confirmed that Delaney Walker is dealing with ligament damage in addition to his dislocated ankle.
Yeah, it's all sorts of messed up.
Ouch. He will miss the remainder of the season, and Walker will be 35 by the time he's back on the field. Jonnu Smith, time in Tennessee. Third round draft pick in 2017, received a ton of hype this offseason before Walker signed his extension. Matt, what is his price tag now?
In terms of trading for him?
Sure.
I'd give up a second for him.
Wow. That's saying a lot for a young tight end that you haven't seen really do anything.
I've been high on Jonnu Smith since last year. We got him in Scott Fishbowl. I own him most 2 tight end leagues. I own him, or tight end premium leagues. I grabbed him earlier than I probably should have. I'm very high on Jonnu Smith.
Don't you think his upside is a little limited by what we've seen from that Titans offense last week?
No, because they're going to come back this week. I don't want to give away too much because he may show up later in the show, but I really like Jonnu Smith this week.
Okay. Speaking of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford meltdown.
Oh, this is the one you're going with?
Yep. He meltdown in Detroit was just something to see. Did you watch that game?
I missed part of it. I was putting my girls to bed.
Oh.
I mean, I remember I texted you.
He managed over 280 yards and a touchdown, but he threw 4 very ugly interceptions. Yeah. Entire offense looked putrid. There's talks about everybody being super mad at Patricia. And I got to know, will the Lions roar in week 2 in San Fran, or are they going to purr? Because that was awful.
Do I have to pick purr or roar?
Yeah.
Like, I think they're just going to lay down and take a nap.
Oof.
I don't see
San Fran's favored by 6, by the way.
wager of the week?
No.
No?
I hated that. I just absolutely hated that. I wanted to put my money on the Lions, but I was like, after what I've seen, I don't think I could.
I wouldn't put my money on the Lions. I'd take San Fran pretty easy. They made the Jets offense look good with a rookie quarterback.
They made the Jets defense look good. They made Darren Lee look like freaking Brian Urlacher.
Their defense is underrated. Their defense is solid.
I agree with that, but it was ugly, man. It was so bad.
Yeah, Matt Stafford, that sleeper pick that we've been banging on the table, just kind of. Yeah, I don't know. I think he'll be okay. He's a talented guy, but I'm not expecting big things against San Francisco.
Pete Carroll reported Tuesday that Doug Baldwin could be out a couple weeks. Baldwin is reportedly nursing a MCL tear. Brandon Marshall stepped up to the wide receiver 1 role and went 3 for 6 with 46 yards and a touch.
Yeah.
Marshall worth a start this Monday night against the Bears?
Ugh. Yeah, I don't want to.
You got to kind of close one eye and throw him in there?
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not high on him. You've got to be. I would, like you've said a couple times, you've got to be thin to start him. But if you've got him and you're thin, start him.
It looked pretty damn empty without Doug Baldwin.
Did you hear that they're looking to move Procise to wide receiver?
Yeah, and I don't see why not. He's not going to get any time in the backfield.
Yeah, Ty Montgomery, except the opposite way.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I don't. And he played wide receiver in college. I think that's okay. I think the bigger play for Seattle is Will Dissly. Which is weird. He led Seattle in yardage with just over 100. Targeted a few times. Rookie tight end looked like he could do it at this level. But is that because Russell Wilson is that good of a quarterback, or because Dissly's that talented?
I'm not on the Disney train at all. Not going to Disney World.
Oh, Disneyland though?
Disneyland. No, it's not happening for me at all. I'm not there. It's a tight end, and there's a bunch of other guys, and I feel like this is the year to stream him. So if you want to stream him, go ahead, but you're a week behind.
Yeah. But no one saw week 1 coming either.
No, they didn't. But I think, you missed it. It's done. Unless you had some inside information, it's done.
Do you trust anything Pete Carroll says?
No. I don't trust anything any of these coaches say, but it's news. You got to talk about it.
Chris Carson came out.
Yeah.
Got the bulk of the carries.
I've been banging that drum all preseason. I said Chris Carson's worth having. I didn't trade any of my Chris Carson shares. I went out and got Chris Carson. No problems. Yeah. He looked just fine.
Yeah.
And Rashard Penny, I might be wrong on Penny eventually, but right now I'm not. He's just there. He's just another guy.
Find a penny, pick it up. Mm-hmm. Go get him.
Rest of the season, you'll have good luck.
That's right. Leonard
Fournette's status is kind of up in the air last time I seen. This week with a hammy. I know that, like, on my drive in, I read on Twitter that somebody reported.
While you're driving?
Yeah. It was a red light. Somebody reported that he looks good to play. He's good to go.
He's going to play.
He was looking really good Sunday before he went down. 9 rushes, 41 yards, 3 catches. But boy, TJ Yeldon is a very hot waiver wire ad right now in standard leagues. Dynasty leagues, I know people are trying to reach out and get him for what they can.
Yeah.
What is the play here? Are you somebody that believes in getting TJ Yeldon for future?
No.
No.
I mean, when we had Ryan McDowell on, Yeldon was a guy we talked about that could be the Jerick McKinnon guy that's a free agent at the end of the year, go to a team, see a bump in ADP. But this is Fournette. Like, he's been injured. That's kind of his MO, right?
Constantly banged up.
He's always got something.
Very powerful, not fast, but fast enough. Just a good all-around running back,
right.
But always banged up. He's a violent runner.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bettis. I mean, I don't know about. I was going to say Bettis was healthier.
Down.
Bettis was healthier. Fournette's always going to be banged up. So I feel like if you've got him, that's just, that's Fournette. You should probably have Yeldon in case. But it doesn't mean I don't like Fournette.
I just think if Fournette went down, I don't know if I'd have the guts to start Yeldon. I think we've been burned as a community by Yeldon so many times. I'm just not a fan.
I'm surprised you didn't talk about Corey Grant.
I think
that's your boy.
Well, I think Corey Grant's a great running back. Not a great running back. I think he's a very good playmaker. He's a fast running back. You can't start Corey Grant. You have to be so bad at running back to start Corey Grant. He's a mix-up guy. You just put him in there for change of pace. He's a very fast running back. That's about all he does. Yeah. He's a great NFL player to have. In an NFL roster, I'd love to have Corey Grant. My fantasy team, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
By the way, they do host the Pats this week.
Give me the Patriots. I don't know what the line is.
Patriots are 2-point favorites in
2?
Jacksonville.
Just 2?
Yep, that's it.
After what the Patriots did to them in the playoffs last year?
Josh Allen's going to start week 2 for the Bills at home versus the Chargers this week.
What took him so long?
Was this because he's ready or because Nathan Peterman is just that bad?
Can it be both?
I don't know if he's ready.
Oh, he's ready.
You think so? It's
I
week
do.
2 for the Rook.
Yeah, it's the Chargers.
A mutual friend of ours mentioned in that group text that we do that he believes the Bills were going to start Josh Allen all along, but they had a really, really bad feeling about week 1. Didn't want to throw him to the Wolves. At least he gets to start at home.
But they threw him to the Wolves in the second half.
That's a little different. It's a little different.
They threw him into a game when it meant nothing. Here, Rook.
Exactly.
This
So you
means nothing.
didn't lose nothing for us. Keep that confidence going. Get a few reps in.
Yeah. I like Josh Allen. I wish Josh Allen
Where
wasn't.
did that come from?
I like Josh Allen if he wasn't in Buffalo. Like, he is a freaking gun. Like, he has a cannon attached to his right shoulder.
Yeah, a lot of guys have. A lot of guys have had big arms in the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's just one piece. You know that.
I
It's
do.
One
He's
piece.
a big guy. I'm not, like I said, I'm not calling Josh Allen the next Brett Favre or anything. He just got a cannon. Like, he needs to, I don't know.
And he has no one to throw it to, Matt.
I know. They cut Corey Coleman. Can you believe that? Maybe they go out and get Dez.
The Chargers were absolutely torched last week against the Patrick Mahomes. 4 touchdowns
Mahomes?
through the air.
But you mean they were torched by Tyreek Hill?
Well, Patrick Mahomes had to get it to him, and there's another guy with a big arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe
Who had
that works out
success.
for you. Yeah.
But he doesn't have. Yeah. I think they're more Tyreek Hill than Mahomes. No? Hill had 3 touchdowns.
Oh, I absolutely think it's more Tyreek Hill than Mahomes. But
Okay.
without Mahomes, Tyreek Hill couldn't have that kind of game. Let's look at Alex Smith last year.
Wait a minute. He caught a slant pattern that went 70-some yards. He returned a punt, and he caught a 1-yard touchdown. Alex Smith could have done that.
Okay.
It's not like
But,
it's not like he threw a 70-yard bomb. He threw a slant pattern that he scored on.
I'm just shrugging my shoulders right now.
Anybody could have done that.
Oh.
What I mean is Alex Smith could have done that. He can throw a slant pattern. He threw a pretty good one to Jordan Reed.
Kenneth Dixon suffered a knee injury late last week.
Shocker!
When the Ravens spanked the Bills, Dixon did outtouch Alex Collins,
Yeah.
my boy, and he did land on the IR.
Of course he did. He can't stay healthy. He's another guy.
Yeah.
He's been in the league 3 years, played 3 games.
It's just sad. I hate seeing that stuff.
You hate seeing a guy get. I mean, it's not fun to see a guy get hurt, but
Over and over and over again. Like, that's the problem.
MO. Like that's you should expect that.
Yeah.
It wasn't not insanity. What's it called when you do the same thing over and over and expect different results? I hate you.
Are we done here?
No, it's just Kenneth Dixon is always hurt. He's always on the IR. They might as well rename the IR Kenneth Dixon's home.
Oh.
That's where he's always there.
What's your feelings on Buck Allen now?
I love Buck Allen.
I
I've
knew you were gonna
loved
say
Buck
that.
Allen. You can go back 12 months and listen to a podcast where I love Buck
I
Allen.
feel like we've talked about Buck Allen way too much on the show.
My goodness. The dude catches passes. And Okay, PPR back.
Sure.
You like the big bruisers and give me the pass catchers.
Alex Collins can do everything. I hated that he fumbled.
He can, but he won't. Like, they don't trust him to do everything.
They do until he fumbled.
They do. That's why Kenneth Dixon out carried him.
I hope he learned his lesson. I hope I really hope he took it the right way, and I hope we see a big game from Alex Collins because they're coming.
Yeah,
They're
Irish.
coming.
Yeah, if they play Irish foot dancing music or whatever the heck you talk about every time.
And those feet, Matt, those
Who
feet.
cares?
Joey Bosa, a little bit of IDP news here. Joey Bosa is out indefinitely, according to rotoworld.com. Adam Schefter is reporting that he is not expected to play week 2 at Buffalo and could be out even possibly longer after Wednesday's meeting with Dr. Robert Anderson.
What is going on with the Chargers? They lose guys every year. What if they lost 3 or 4 guys from their defense alone?
That's a big one. I mean, Bosa's pretty darn good.
Maybe they're tanking so they can have the Bosa brothers on each end of their D-line.
The Bosa brothers.
Bosa brothers. B squared.
That'd be pretty crazy.
Oh, could you imagine?
Could you imagine?
Hey, I'm surprised you don't have Des Bryant in your news and notes. Or are you avoiding that topic
I'm avoiding
altogether?
that topic because I was going to end the show with us talking about how we're going to update our hot takes next week. So stay tuned for that. I think we should do it every other week because if we do it every week, it's kind of
Yeah, no one cares. Yeah.
Well, they don't care now.
That's not true. Everyone likes to hear, I'm right and you're wrong.
How about that Aaron Rodgers performance that we seen last week?
Yeah, on one leg.
Did you see his post-game interview?
He was all high as a kite.
Yeah,
Holy
it's pretty
cow.
obvious. They gave him some good
He was on the
pills.
good stuff. Yeah, which is weird. Like, I wonder, maybe. I mean, we've seen Josh Gordon play well when he's drunk and high, and we've seen Aaron Rodgers bring a team back when he's just on painkillers. Like, maybe that's the new wave. No,
I just don't know what to say to that.
you said what he did. He brought him back.
It was an amazing performance.
Oh my goodness,
like a Hall of Fame.
one-legged.
Like,
yeah,
yeah, it was pretty crazy.
and he might not play this week. And I'm going, wait a minute.
Yeah,
you
I
came
know.
back out in the second half, brought your team back to victory, and you can't play week 2.
I think that's more that they're trying to kind of catch the other team off guard a little bit. Well, anyways, I got some really big news. I saved the best for last.
I'm sure it's huge. That's what she said.
Oh, whoa, hey, family show. Hey, that's usually my stuff.
There we go.
What are you doing? I'm going to kind of combine these two stories into one.
sure
Pharaoh
that-
Cooper
Gosh, this is already big.
and Trey Quinn they both landed on the IR. Woohoo! Yeah, so Pharaoh Cooper not so much, but Trey Quinn was somebody that I know people had stashed and thought was going to have a bit of a breakout rookie year with the lack of wide receiver talent in Washington. So
Yeah.
just something to kind of make note of. Throw him on your IR and hope you see something this offseason.
Hey, Jordan Reed looked good and healthy.
Oh, yeah.
He's their pass catcher.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, I said healthy. Yeah, that's his.
That's the problem.
Yeah, who's on the IR more, Kenneth Dixon or Jordan Reed?
Oh, my God. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to.
Is that it? Is that all the news?
That's all that we're going to talk about today.
That's a lot.
It was a lot. But we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we have Renshaw's Renegades
Yes.
and the wager of the week. And I am absolutely
Oh, I'm so
pumped
happy.
up for
I'm
these.
so stoked.
all right. Stay tuned.
Renegades, Renegades. Yeah, the Renegades. Renshaw's Renegades.
Oh my goodness! Does that not just get you pumped up?
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, I remember we got it. Okay, so I have to give credit where it's due. The Back Row Fantasy Show did that for us, and it is perfect. They did both of our sounders, which we'll get to the other one later. But oh my goodness, oh, I'm pumped. I love it. Back Row Studios on Fiverr. If any of you guys that listen that have your own shows are looking for stuff, go hit them up. They do amazing work. I couldn't be happier with the sounder.
Yeah, that is way more badass than you are.
Yes,
That's for sure.
It is so freaking awesome. Oh, so sorry. Get to the Renegades now.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we just listen to that sounder all freaking day. Oh, I'm not going to tell you how many times I've listened to it since we got it. Gets me jacked.
Okay, let's get to it.
Okay, first Renegade this week is owned in 29% of MFL leagues. It's a rookie running back that had a very, very big week 1, Philip Lindsay. Lindsay had just as many carries as rookie hype machine Royce Freeman and matched the fellow rookie's yardage. Lindsay is a 92nd percent spark athlete and a pass-catching machine. With Denver looking more and more like a committee backfield, get yourself a piece of the action and fill up the tank with Lindsay.
Oh, my God.
Dad puns are amazing.
Oh, that gave me cancer.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
you're a Broncos fan. What do you think of Lindsay?
I like him. I like Freeman better, but yeah, why not? I mean, if you have the space on your roster, go ahead.
You know who
Go
he reminds me of? Tariq Cohen. Little guy, speed, spark athlete,
Well, yeah.
in a backfield where he's going to catch passes.
I think Lindsey's fine, but I think the biggest takeaway from week 1 for me for the Broncos is I don't want anything to do with Devontae Booker at this point.
No.
I want out of that completely.
Yep.
Sell
if you
all
had
shares.
him, get rid of him.
Yep.
Second Renegade. We gotta keep this train rolling. This one's a little. I feel like this one was obvious, but we talked about him a little early. Jonnu Smith, 26.5% ownership rate on MFL. This week he gets the Texans defense that currently ranks 30th against tight ends. Mariota's coming back from an elbow injury, and the Titans will look to get the ball out quick, and Smith will be the beneficiary. I'm thinking 5 receptions and a touchdown isn't out of the question.
All right.
So
there you have it.
He's filling in for Delaney Walker, and like I said, I've been big on Smith for years, for last year and this year, and now's his time to shine.
All right, let's play the intro again. Here we go.
Renshaw Renegades, Renegades. Yeah, the Renegades. Renshaw's Renegades, It's the Dynasty Dad's Wager of the Week.
Ah, what do you think of that, huh?
Got one too, yeah.
Yeah, cha-ching.
Well,
Cash money.
cha-ching. Let's. You gotta make me some money.
Wager of the week. Now, wait.
Yeah.
I know. I was wrong last week. I'm 0-1. I admit that.
The longest game in NFL history.
It didn't work out. But hey, give me a minute to make an excuse, or a couple of them, before I give you my take on this week.
All right.
I said last week the weather would play a part in the game, and it did.
Yep.
The game lasted over 5 hours because of the
Delays,
weather.
yeah.
The low weather.
The weather.
Now, the Storms, however, didn't play in my favor.
Yeah.
But also, the Titans did look like the better team at times.
You had 5 hours to figure that out.
Yeah, they just gave up a couple of really, really big plays, and key injuries just killed them.
Okay.
Delaney Walker, Mariota, killed them.
Okay.
Listen to this. Ryan Tannehill scored his second longest career touchdown ever. Kenny Stills scored his second longest touchdown ever. And that was the only time Rashad Jones has ever had multiple interceptions in a single game. Brutal.
Okay.
Like, everything that could possibly go wrong for the Titans went wrong, and they lost.
It's a bad beat.
It's a really bad beat. In my opinion, it is.
It's a bad beat.
So this week,
Are you going to pick another team that's on the East Coast that's going to get drilled by a hurricane?
hold on.
Okay. Okay.
This week, my take is Atlanta -6. They're favored by 6 at home versus the Panthers. I need to warn everybody before I even go into my read. Okay. Deion Jones and Neal, they both went down last week. They're both starters on that defense. And Jones played all but 4 snaps last week and is a very, very big part of everything they do. So this could be rocky.
Okay.
I admit it. But Vegas is with me. The public isn't.
All right.
Okay? So I just
well,
wanna throw it out there.
if I'm ever betting, I'll take Vegas over the public.
So, Falcons -6.
Okay.
Super Cam is about to get smacked with some kryptonite this week. The Panthers lost 2 key players last week as they defeated the hapless Dallas Cowboys. Shout out, Matt. Both Greg Olsen and starting right tackle Darrell Williams will be watching from the sidelines as Julio Jones streaks into the end zone faster than a speeding bullet. Cam Newton plays like Clark Kent against Atlanta. In the 14 games Cam has played against the Falcons, he's been sacked 22 times. That number ties for second most sacks by any team versus Newton. While weather may not be a factor in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the conditions in North Carolina will certainly be on the minds of many of the Panthers players. Hurricane Florence has been making headlines as the massive storm moves in. These guys have families, homes. They've had to prioritize, this week, and their minds could not possibly have been on football 100%. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No. It's a lock. Take the Falcons by a touchdown.
You're good. I'll give it to you. That was good.
Thank you.
Super Cam, Kryptonite, Clark Kent.
Oh, yeah. Bird, plane,
Yeah. Lock.
faster than a speeding bullet.
Yeah, that was good.
They're all over there.
It's true. Look at those.
What do you think?
Dad.
Falcons
I wouldn't
by
be
a touchdown?
surprised. Yeah, that's not surprised. The Panthers defense kept Dallas in check, but I think that's more Dallas's offense being very predictable and boring
Thank you.
than anything else. So yeah, I could see it. We've got a better quarterback. They've got a couple better wide receivers than Dallas. I'll give it to you.
All right. Well, Matt, there is nothing left to do but to talk about our Scott Fish Bowl. How did we do? Did we win? Did we lose? What happened?
We won.
You're damn
we are
1-0.
We told y'all we were going to win, and we
like that?
sure did. Not a surprise. Yeah. And don't get too hyped up. We were the lowest scoring 1-0 team in the division. So
a win's a win, Matt.
That's right. Hey, I'll take it. Yeah, so we did okay. We won. Stafford killed us, but Isaiah Crowell helped us a ton. So
100 yards from Crowell, right?
That's right, and a touchdown. Nice big 60-some yard run. I might have been a year early on Crowell. If you listen to our hot takes last year.
Yeah, go back into the archives for that one.
Goodness, it was awful. So, yeah, this week, it's probably a lot of the same. We're starting Rodgers if he plays. We're starting Stafford because Rosen's our other choice. Crow, Freeman, McCoy, Miller. I think if we're looking to make a change, we could probably bench Sammy Watkins.
Oh, we should be benching Sammy Watkins.
We could bench Sammy Watkins and replace him with my boy, Jonnu Smith, tight end premium.
What else I got?
Christian Kirk, Taylor Gabriel, Anthony Miller, Dede Westbrook, Jordan Wilkins. Or if you want to get ballsy, Nick Vannett. But
give me Dede. I'd do Dede over Sammy.
That's gross.
Excuse me. A little.
Yeah. It looks like Marlon Mack's going to start, so Jordan Wilkins probably going back.
Got to sit him.
Yep.
All right.
So, yeah, it should be good. This week, let's see. Last week we didn't know who we were playing, and we beat RotoViz's Hassan Rahim.
Suck it, RotoViz.
This week we're playing FFPages.com's Jenton Schultes.
Suck it, Jenton.
So we are, I don't want to tell you, the fantasy prediction is we are very, very big dogs. We are 25-point dogs. But that never scared me.
Dogs are barking.
So, yeah. Gonna be a good week.
All right. Well, we'll be sure to keep you in tune with that on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or at Dynasty Dads over there. Next week's show, we're going to do big news and notes. We're going to recap what happened week 2, all the headlines, talk about your injuries. Matt's going to have some more Renshaw Renegades with that awesome sounder. I'll bring you another loser of the week. And we are going to actually catch everybody up on our hot takes.
Yes.
We did a hot takes episode a couple weeks back.
Hey.
We are going to bring everybody up to speed as to what those were, how they're looking.
Mine looked good week 1.
And where we're going to go from there. So, which I'd like to remind everybody, that's not something that most shows do.
Yeah, no.
They throw out some hot takes in the preseason just to get some listeners, some downloads, and then they act like they never happened.
Right.
They don't bring them up again.
Nope.
We bring them up every other week.
We will tell you that I was right.
Yeah, every 2 weeks.
Justin was wrong.
You're damn right you're going to hear about it.
Yeah.
You damn right.
Oh, mine looked good.
So, be sure to check us out on iTunes, DynastyDads.com, and at DynastyDads on Twitter. So, until next week, we're out.
God bless.
Renegades! Yeah, the Renegades! Renshaw's Renegades!
Thanks for hanging out with us on another episode of the Dynasty Dads Podcast. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes and follow us on Twitter at Dynasty Dads. Visit us at our website, dynastydads.com, for articles, news, and notes, Dynasty Dads gear, and more.